Good afternoon and welcome to today's episode of NWCR's Removing That Liberal Blindfold for this, the 27th day of May in the year of our Lord 2026. The media and the left keep saying that Trump is a dictator and the worst president we have ever had, always calling on violence towards him, then wondering why we blame them when attempts on his life happen. But no president has ever been so patriotic. Maybe that is why the left hates him so much. From Western Journal comes this one. Trump sums up Memorial Day better and quicker than any president in living memory with 9 words. If the left would just stop trying so hard to save their hate America agenda, they might see that Trump is not the enemy to America. They are. It was a Memorial Day speech to remember. Speaking Monday amid the somber beauty of Arlington National Cemetery, President Donald Trump reminded the country how the sacrifices honored by the gravest national holiday helped make the most joyous ones even possible. And 9 words at the heart of his speech summed it all up perfectly. Memorial Day has its roots in the Civil War era when Americans, North and South, honored the graves of the fallen. But Trump's speech went further back to the dead of the American Revolution's first battles in Lexington and Concord, Massachusetts, where civilian militiamen took on the British Empire, the greatest military power of its time. That was in April of 1775, more than a year before the Second Continental Congress in Philadelphia announced the birth of a nation with the Declaration of Independence. Trump's speech drew a direct line between those 2 events and to the United States of today. Quote, "Less than 6 weeks from now, our nation will reach a historic milestone, 250 years of majestic American independence. But it's only right that first we remember the immense sacrifice that has been brought to us on this momentous anniversary year. That's what it is, a momentous year. Before we hail the founding, we honor the fallen. Before we celebrate the triumph, we pay the tribute. Before we crown the victory, we count the cost. Today we are reminded that there could be no 4th of July without America's armed forces, and there could be no Independence Day without a Memorial Day." Unquote. Those words, "there could be no Independence Day without Memorial Day," put the complementary holidays in context. As a succinct and appropriate tribute to those who've died in the service of the country, it rivaled President Ronald Reagan's speech honoring the dead of the Challenger explosion in 1986. He said, "We will never forget them, nor the last time we saw them this morning as they prepared for their journey and waved goodbye and slipped the surly bonds of earth to touch the face of God." Reagan said this on national television. Then Reagan's speechwriter, Peggy Noonan, borrowed the phrases from a World War II-era poem by John Gillespie Magee Jr., a pilot who died during a training mission in 1941. Naturally, since Trump hatred it never takes a holiday, there were plenty of libs spewing bile at Trump's address on social media. Feel free to look it up if you have the stomach and the time to waste. But there were also plenty of users who appreciated Trump's words. And then there was this message that should hit home everywhere. The message of the 4th of July is the founding of a nation, as Abraham Lincoln put it, dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. The message of Memorial Day is honoring the heroes who made that nation possible for 250 years and counting. And now we'll remove that liberal blindfold. As always, the left, the media, academia, and all their followers constantly compare Trump to Hitler or some other dictator who killed millions of people while still being revered as great human beings to those on the left. But Trump, our president, who is doing everything a president is supposed to do, is villainized? What the hell is wrong with these people? From the Bible it says, from John 15, verse 13, "Greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends." Our military is the greatest that this world has ever known, and because of that, the sacrifices of each of them, whether they made it back home or not, deserve to be honored. And Trump is doing just that, and the left should be ashamed. Sun Tzu once said, "If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles." Our military, whether dead or alive, deserve our honor and praises. In his Memorial Day message, our President Donald Trump did just that, to the chagrin of the left, who hate him for his patriotic nature. As I said before, shame on all of them. Thank you for watching, and as I will always say, we shall not be ruled. NWCR is heard through Conservative Nation Media, or C&M, from behind that silver microphone of freedom, with the voice of reason in this increasingly unreasonable world, where America always wins. Please subscribe to my updates that are now put on Rumble, BitChute, YouTube, and Facebook if you want to know what is really going on here in America. The lying mainstream media will not tell you the truth, as they are all infected with TDS with no common sense. We must start using common sense again and following the truth, because without those, America's demise is assured. Have a good day, and God bless you all.